Hi there, Matt Bray here with a Telemidi update for December 2018, and I'm very happy, very pleased to announce the success of international Telemidi testing from Melbourne, Australia to Edinburgh Napier University in Scotland, so about 17,000 kilometres between each performer and a one-way latency of 50 to 75 milliseconds. A test success, big news heading into 2019, and of course a big thank you to Dr. Robert Bell for contributing to these tests, invaluable and groundbreaking. Thank you, Rob. So there were 3 test dates from late November into December, and these were used to check out the parameters of Telemidi and how suitable they would be for international performing. The music you hear are from these tests. We also used a third-party audio-visual communication app called UltraGrid, and please get to telemidi.org for more details on all of this. There you'll see the 3 areas of focus are latency between nodes, tempo divergence between nodes, and a sense of telepresence, one performer interacting with another. So let's have a look at some examples. First of all, latency and connectivity. Each musician was using timeanddate.com to get an idea of synchronicity. So let's have a look as both clocks hit 10:30. Okay, so we can notice around 300 millisecond delay for the AV feed of UltraGrid, but that's duplex, 2 ways at once. If we look just at RTP MIDI, a one-way trip is about 50 to 75 milliseconds. Let's have a look how this plays out in session 2. So Vic Uni Studio 227, there's Rob Bell in Edinburgh. Hi Rob. Woo. Rob is about to play the Ableton here in Melbourne from Edinburgh. Let's give it a whirl. Go. So it worked. Tempo. And we'll pause it here. Matt's computer is in slave mode, so it's receiving the tempo. At Rob's end is 116. And we can see we're slowly working up to that point. All right, let's flip the point of view now from Scotland in session 3.
And Rob in UltraGrid, chatting over UltraGrid. And also running MIDI network at the same time. Matt is driving a tempo of 88 BPM.
Okay, in this example, Rob's computer is in slave mode and the tempo is 88.
At his end. MIDI delay. MIDI latency is holding pretty steady at about 150 milliseconds. Matt's just gone up to 116 BPM.
Fantastic. So we can see that either machine is able to play the other and maintain a steady tempo. Earlier tests within Australia showed a latency at each node of less than a 16th note, and with this international testing, as we'll see in the next clip, it appears that this is suitable for long distance performance. I'm playing that on the pulse. Is that on the pulse at your end? Is it like a 16th note late?
Yeah, the 16th note behind.
That's fantastic. Let's now turn our attention to tempo divergence. Tempo divergence occurs when network latency delays the timecode messages being sent from the master through to the slave node. The greater volume of MIDI note and CC data being sent will increase the likelihood of interference and therefore challenge the integrity of a given network. Let's have a look at that in session 3 when Matt plays a lot of notes. I'll put both my hands on the keyboard. This should cause a bit of...
Yeah.
That
87.5.
I'm putting my
half a beat per minute.
I'm putting my arm on the keyboard.
Yeah.
To that.
That actually wasn't so bad. 87.8.
Okay. So that clip showed us that tempo divergence was minimal, less than half of 1 BPM, and demonstrates a robust network integrity. Let's look now from a Scottish point of view on session 2, a rare and brief moment of tempo divergence.
Whoa, okay.
Okay, so we can see the tempo skipped there. Let's turn our attention to session 2, where Matt is pointing out evidence of incoming messages from Edinburgh and then commenting on the lack of tempo divergence. Fantastic. I'll do the same, Rob. All right. Oh, man, I have not had any tempo divergence so far. And we're 90 seconds into it. Like it's sitting, we're moving 1/100th of a BPM. Oh, we're flat out on 116. This is excellent news, showing the reliability of the Telemidi system. Let's now look at Telepresence, the ability of one performer to be in the place of the other. And this first example, Rob plays harmony in Edinburgh, and we hear that in Melbourne via Telemidi for the first time. There we go. Yes. Woo. Okay, an exciting element of telepresence there. So let's look again at session 3, where Rob in Edinburgh is triggering percussion loops and we're viewing it from Melbourne. Go for row 4. So you want to be hitting the even number. So Rob triggers the percussion loop on his launch pad and it appears in the Melbourne Abletons. Yes. Yep. Great. Rob then triggers a second loop with a cowbell in it. We'll hear it start on the first beat of the next bar. Yep, perfect. Okay, so now that things are up and running, let's have a look at a final example in session 3. And here we have a low-pass filter applied to the bass line in Melbourne, and Rob observes this happening in Edinburgh. I've got a low-pass filter on the bass. Ah yes, Telemidi in effect. And I would love to get telepresent with you in the future, and this announcement is a huge step forward to this, the success of the first international connection. And a big thank you again to Dr. Robert Bell. Couldn't have done it without you. So to recap, we looked at latency between the two nodes, tempo divergence in a performance, and a sense of telepresence. If you're at all interested, get to telemidi.org, and thanks for watching.